So we traded in the Switch and we got the new Kawasaki Angler. So this is based on the Kawasaki Ultra 160, and they just customized the 160 to deck it out for fishing. And this thing is a beast. I've already broken it in, so I've done the break-in hours for the Kawasaki. I've also taken it out into ocean water, salt water, lake water. I've been to a few different lakes around here: Lake Harris Chain, the Claremont Chain, the St. Johns River, the Banana River, the ocean. So everything that you can imagine, I put this thing through, and it's only at like 10 hours or so. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I love it. Let me take you on a tour. Yeah, first we're going to start in the front. As you can see, it's got these really cool LED lights, which just help bring attention to you on the lake or on the river. If you're passing other boaters, they're looking at you like, holy cow, that's awesome, right? So I love it. That's just one cool feature of this thing. It's got your front cargo, of course, your engine wash, your gas tank fill, and a pretty deep front compartment. But I don't know if you can see, this thing has some pretty nice like black, dark gray, charcoal, gunmetal, whatever color this is, with some sparkles in it. And then the other colors like this I don't know, dark green, almost olive, not quite olive, like if you mix like olive and grass green together. So it's pretty cool. It's really nice. This is plastic. The hull is fiberglass, so all of this is fiberglass. These pieces right here are plastic, but compared to a Sea-Doo or a Wave Runner, where the hull is made of composite materials, this one's a little bit easier to maintain and repair if you had to repair it. Alright, so here we are on the side. This thing has these sponsons right here, and it's got the Angler logo. It's pretty cool. But these sponsons are sort of like outriggers on a kayak, right? So they're supposed to help with stabilization. And I've stood on here out in the water and no fear of tipping. I didn't even feel like I was going to tip. So this thing has incredible balance to it, even when you are putting all your weight fighting a fish on this sponson. So it does a really great job. As you can see over here, we have one cargo pocket here, cargo area. This one actually goes all the way through to the other side. Up here, your typical controls. You have your yoke that you use to drive the ski and command the ski where you want it to go. You have a rod holder. You have I put all my ropes on the other side, but you have a rope holder here, quick attach. And the other one is back here, which I have this one hooked up to. The seat, a two-piece seat. So this is the back, this is the front. It's a three-person ski. You got your pilot and two packs. So you have one passenger here, one passenger here. This passenger holds onto this strap, and this passenger can hold on to the back, or they can hold on to the second passenger on the second pack seat. Alright, so you have your start switch up here on the yoke. This is your stop button, your key, well, one of your keys. Your dead man lanyard goes right here, and then you have another key that goes in here that gives you, they have two keys actually, which is weird, but I don't know why you'd use the other key, but they have one key that's black and one key that's yellow, and the black key lets you go a lot faster. So I always just use the black key. You have your display controls here. You have your wheel. You have your enter and your back button. Steering column goes up and down, so you can adjust whether you want to stand up or stay sitting down. It's got the graphics down here. It's got your Ultra 160 LSX Angler. It's got your Angler logo here on the seat, which is pretty nice. It's pretty cool. And that's about it on this side here, on the port side. All right, here we are in the back of the ski. The back contains your rack. It also contains your Orca cooler, so the rack and the cooler and the rod holders come standard. All of this stuff comes with the ski. You don't have to buy it separately. I'm not sure if the Fish Pros make you do that, but for those of you who have regular jet skis and you customized it for fishing and you had to buy all this stuff, this comes with the ski. The rod holders, also come off. So you can take your rod holder with you. All of these bungees I've purchased separately to keep my stuff in here, but the rod holder itself will come off just like this, and you can use that to carry with you if you're going onto land or something and you want to, you know, take your rods with you wherever you're trekking to. You can do that. All right, so here we are on the starboard side. Not much different than what I showed you over there. You still have your graphics, your impression on the seat here. I do have my tie downs on this side. This is the side that I prefer when I am docking, just because it's my strong arm. If I have to grab onto the dock or something, if I'm in current, docking in current, then I like my dominant arm. So I have everything on my dominant side. The Orca cooler straps are here. As you can see, if you've got an Orca cooler, then you know they look like that, and haven't stretched these out very much. Alright, the one difference that you have on this cargo compartment on the starboard side compared to the one on the port side is you have your dry storage right here. And this is where I keep the registration and the whistle. So I can also keep my phone in there and my wallet, whatever, when I'm carrying some stuff. So but usually I'll have a dry bag with me and I'll put my stuff in there. Like I said, this does go all the way around to the other side, so this goes all the way around to the port side. On the starboard side of the yoke, you have your throttle, your smart reverse, and your cruise control settings. One thing I forgot to mention over here is you have your mode and your trim tabs on the port side. So if you can see a little bit better, now this is where you put the black key or the yellow key if you want, but the black key. And then, like I said, you have your cruise control options here, and your wheel, of course, you could do it with that as well, but it's much faster just to do it with those buttons. And your Garmin chart plotter is mounted on the starboard side of the column. And that's pretty much it for the ski. It's an awesome machine. Like I said, I've had it for a couple months, about running it every weekend, rent it for about 10 hours, and it's been amazing. Zero complaints right now. I will say that I noticed that the battery does drain, if, just in case you're new, and this didn't happen to my Switch because I didn't have a Garmin on the Switch. Since this does have a Garmin, it's going to stay on when you pull the dead man switch, right? When you pull the lanyard off, or you just hit stop to stop the ski, you're still going to have that black key in the ignition. So the chart plotter is going to stay on. And I noticed one time that it was hard to crank the battery. So if you're new to jet skis, if you're new to Garmin chart plotters, I almost learned this lesson the hard way. I was almost stranded out in the water, like it wouldn't start because it just drained the battery having the chart plotter on and the ski off. So pretty much common knowledge, I would say. That was really my mistake for not thinking about that. But it almost led to bad things. So in case you don't know, if you pull your dead man switch or you stop the ski, pull the switch or pull the key out of the ignition as well, so that you don't drain your battery and you're not stuck, especially if you go out in the ocean. There it is, Kawasaki 160 Angler.